Good morning and welcome to morning meditation. We're on Psalm 114. When Israel went out of Egypt, the house of Jacob from a people of a strange language, Judah was his sanctuary, Israel his dominion. The sea saw it and fled. Jordan was driven back. The mountains skipped like rams and little hills like lambs. What aileth thee, O thou sea that thou fleddest, thou Jordan that thou wast driven back, ye mountains that skip like rams, and ye little hills like lambs? Tremble, thou earth, at the presence of the Lord, at the presence of the God of Jacob, which turneth the rock into a standing water, and the flint into a fountain of waters. Now I realize this was written to the children of Israel, and it was God's reciting of what he had done for them. But I believe there's some truths we can gather from that, especially because of Romans 4, which says we're the wild olive branch that's grafted in. So the promises he made to the children of Israel, the protection that he made to the children of Israel, his presence he gave to the children of Israel is available to you and I today. Now, why didn't the children of Israel experience the presence, the promise, the presence of God? Well, it's very easily explained throughout Psalms, and especially in Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy. The children of Israel grumbled and complained. They turned back. They didn't trust God. And I understand we all go through difficult circumstances and different circumstances. Nobody goes through the same set of circumstances. But I will remind you, the New Testament tells us, casting not some of your care, not most of your care, all of your care on him, for he careth for you. And boy, what spiritual blessings the children of Israel missed. In fact, they prayed and begged God so much in the flesh. He said, I'll give you the answer. I'll give you the flesh that you desire. But he said, with that, I'm going to send you leanness of soul. Oh, Christian, today, may we never get to the place where we say, God, answer this prayer so much that he does answer the prayer, but unfortunately, we get leanness of soul. We miss his presence. We miss his power, his promises. Everything that he will do, is, and will be, we're going to miss it because we're so dead set on having our way. Let's make sure that we understand from the children of Israel that God's promises, his presence, his power is for you and I today, now in our lives. There was a missionary on a foreign mission field, and her support had stopped coming in for a month or two, and she didn't know what she was going to do. And she had a stomach ailment and could not get to a doctor. And the only thing left in her house there on the mission field was oatmeal. So for 15 days, oatmeal for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Boy, most of us would be grumbling and complaining, but not this dear lady. She thanked God every day that she had food to eat, and what a blessing it was to eat. After the 15 days were up, her support all of a sudden came in. She was able to get the food. She went to see a doctor, and the doctor asked her about the stomach ailment. And he said, ma'am, if you would have eaten anything other than oatmeal for 15 days, you'd be in heaven right now. The stomach ailment you had could only be cured in those days with a diet of oatmeal for 15 days. Isn't God good? And he's still good today. He's good to you and I, whether we see it or not. And boy, whether you're on the mountaintop, rejoicing in the blessings of God, or you're in the valley of Baca, as David said through the Holy Spirit, God will make the valley of Baca a wilderness into a wonderland. Just make sure that he's with you. You're trusting him, depending on him, going to him for your every need. Boy, it's easy to get short-sighted if we're dealing with illness, financial reversal, grief over losing a loved one. We can get bitter, but God says, don't you get bitter, get better, and decide that you're going to live in the presence of God, in the power of God, in the promises of God. God's so good to you and I this morning. Let's just decide that when we come up against a rock, we're going to let God make that into a pool of water for us. God bless you and have a wonderful day.